It's 2025, and welcome to the Digiwonga Dude Show. All right, so I've got my web server running, and I'm trying to do this vibe coding, in which I'm hands off. I can see what the program is changing, and I can accept these changes, and then I save the file and run it. So what am I trying to achieve? Well, I have this image here. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, I have this image here. And basically I want it to sort of come in from the depths of the screen and sort of scale up towards us, zoom in towards us, like that, and then fade out before it reaches us. But before it completes that's one cycle. Have it do another one behind it. So there's like slices, like in a loaf of bread, of these things coming in from the distance, appearing, and then fading out. And it should give us a kaleidoscope effect. Now, what it's given me, and just this is me also getting to know Cursor, by the way. So here's what I'm asking, the instructions that I'm giving the AI, and it's making amendments. And then this main window is the code that this is the actual file, if you like. And this is just the folder structure, like a file explorer. All right, so let's see that. All right, so this code, it managed to do this. Now, because I've made this before, I know what's happened. It's each new instance is actually being stacked up on top, so you can see it, and it has this weird effect. So I've just said to Cursor to go and fix that down here, which is done. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to relaunch the file there. And this is what it's doing now. Now it's not rotating enough, but there we go. We can see. All right, and what's happening is the distance between the slices is too big. So we need to narrow that down. So I'm going to say here, I'm even going to do it with voice. All right, the gap between the slices, between the instances, is way too big. We're going to have to bring in the new instance much quicker, or have a lot more of them. So it's saying, okay, I'll reduce the spawn intervals significantly and create more continuous flow. There it is. I accept that, save it, launch it. And this is what it looks like now. So remember, there was a big gap between the slices. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. But I think we need maybe to cut the gap in half again. All right, so we go back here. So Control H. Let's cut the gap in half by spawning twice as many. We can still see the gaps between the slices. Let's cut the gap in half by spawn twice as many. And the thing here is I'm being very vague about in my description. I'm not saying it's very intuitive. in terms of like how you can speak to it. Right. Where's our vortex? Let's shut that one. Too many of these open now. Shut that one. Let's go to this one and just refresh it. Yes. That's getting much closer. All right, so now all we need to do is get the rotation going. Oh, you see, I keep forgetting. Excellent, that looks beautiful. Let's work on the rotation now. We need to rotate each one by, I would think, about 45 degrees in its lifespan. Okay, so it's asking me what kind of rotation. Why don't we make it a random number, and that way each instance will rotate in its own range. So all we would need then is a minimum and maximum. Let's make it a minimum rotation of 30 degrees and a maximum rotation of 270 degrees. All right, here it comes. The lines in red are the lines that have been rejected, and then green ones, I think, are being replaced. So I'll accept that. Yeah. So the red lines disappear and the green ones are replacements. Save that. Let's refresh that and go. Now we should get. Doesn't look like they're rotating. Ah, it's rotating on the wrong axis. What a shame. All right, well, we can fix that. Check your rotations. I'm seeing a rotation on the y-axis. I wonder if I've got that round the wrong way now. X, Y. Yeah, that sounds right. Sometimes I think screen X and Y's are different from Cartesian plane X and Y's, you know, like parabolas and stuff, but they are the same. It is X and Y. Let's save that. Yeah, we're getting a different rotation there. Okay, that's looking better. That's looking better. That's something like I wanted to create, which again is just out of this image here, which is quite crazy. You can create that effect. And I've done that without writing a single line of code. Yeah, okay. All right, big deal. Great. Okay. But at least I'm understanding how this works, what it's capable of, and where it might need intervening. One of my big things is very much, I mean, you hear about this prompt engineering, but to me, it's very much like if you can guide the AI step by step. If I was to try and say that in just one shot, as they call it, just go, right, I want this, this, and this, I want it won't come up with this. It's only by going, right, in my experience, it's only by going, all right, let's do this step, do this step, do that step. And as long as you know where it is you're trying to get to, you're just making the problem one step harder each time, and you can achieve decent things. I mean, that's pretty good. Does look like it's kind of squished it or something. Here's an interesting optical illusion. If you stare at that thing for about 20 seconds and then switch your vision to there, this one actually starts to retreat from the screen. Actually seems to be going away from you. All right, that's enough for that.